Oh yes, is that Friday feeling? Yes, it's back inside Dad's RC Hangar with myself, Chris, doing another episode of Something Random. Yes, and today we are doing the RAF Crash Tender. Yes, we are going back to the boat. Boot. It could be some kind of musical instrument. Yes, so don't worry if you are following yourself, and it is the 2nd of February 2024. I believe, yes, it must be because it is my birthday tomorrow. It's okay. Happy birthdays are welcome in the text below. Comments even, not text. What must go in on text? It's because I'm doing this. Yes, I've got to drill a hole in the boat. Yes, you don't normally have holes in boats, but I've got to drill a hole in the boat. Hopefully it'll be okay. Yes, and welcome back to the info cam. Yes, we have got this extra large drill bit, and what are we doing with it? I don't know. Well, I do know. I'm going to show you here. So as you can see, we've got the hole for the rudder. That's all good, but we haven't got the hole for the prop shaft, and for that I need to drill down there. Yes, I do. I thought it was about time we got the boat out. We have been working on the Sinbad aircraft, if you've been following my journey, and it's still being covered, but I'm just not rushing it, and I don't want to do it on the video for the rest of it because it is quite complex for the fuselage and I need to take my time. Oh yes. Okay, anyway, back to boats. Yes. Right, so if I just take this stand out of the way, because it'll probably be easier to do without the stand. Here we go. It's quite a crucial part because I want to spray this. I want to get a coat of primer on there to see how bad, to see if I can hide any crimes. So without further ado, I'm going to do this. Now what I need to do, so let's go back to here. This is going to be quite difficult because it's got to sit in this. I'm going to go back here. It's got to sit in there. See if I can push it in there. It's a bit hard, but I need it to be perfectly shaped round, if that makes sense. So I might have a few oddities. Right, so what I need to do, and I pause it right there because I need to get a couple of bits of wood. That's what I need. All right, we're back. Yes, we are. Stick that over there. Stop making all that noise, boat. Right, here we go. I've got a couple of these. I use them actually for the laser when I was directing up the laser. I just want to try and hold the drill bit in place. It doesn't spin out the way. Because down at the bottom here, it's not as it says it was, and nice and level. So if I can, which is doing what I want it to do. This is good. I can take my time with this. Don't want to go too mad. Right, so hopefully if I turn that over, it's not through yet. But that's okay because now I can drill straight. Hoping that this drill bit is big enough, and there you go. There you go, on the phone. Can you see it? Good. So you can see how far I had to be. So let's see if I can just go that to the end, tighten the chuck, put it straight. There we go. We can tighten. There's obviously where it's gone a bit crazy there, but I can tighten that. I can sort that out. My main concern, so it's a lovely finish in there. So let me just clear up and we'll be back. Alrighty, so I've cleaned up because there was a lot of sawdust and bits and pieces. Now what I need to put in is a little pack here full of bushes and grommets and everything else. But this is the main prop shaft, and it is brass and very nice too. So that is the actual propeller end. Where are we? Over here. That's a propeller end, and then you've got like a little, I don't know what they call it. There was a name for it, but I don't know. But anyway, a coupler. That's it, a coupler that fits on that and then fits on the motor head as well. So if we go back to the overhead cam, but it's kind of a sidey cam, isn't it? I'm hoping to get this in now. It was done at that 8mm. I believe it was an 8mm drill bit. Let me have a look. Yes, it's an 8mm drill bit, a 230mm long. So you understand why I needed the length. Let's just move that back a bit so you can see it. There you go. So I now it's going to be tight. Now I did cut the way about that bit side as well, so the drill has gone a bit skewy, but it's come out dead centre in the middle, so I'm happy about that. So this will be tight, I know it will be. I'm not under any impressions that it's going to be like, I could put a bit of stuff in it, but I really don't want to. I don't want to put any kind of lubricant on there because, you know, if when I go to glue it, that lubricant will stop any glue going on like around here when I'm doing it. I think it's slightly off kilter maybe, I don't know, I need to look, I'm a bit annoyed about that. I think it might be the rudder that's just where I'm pushing it over, I don't know, but the rudder hasn't gone quite as centre as I wanted it to, which is annoying. So let's push this in anyway. Ugh. Right, so you can see it started to coming through, but it doesn't look like quite a straight, which means the rudder is going to be always, I don't know, pushing the other way, I don't know. I might have to make the hole bigger. Oh, there we go. There you go. So if I just push that back in to where it is, and that's got to be knocked in a bit more, but as you can see, if you go over to the phone cam, as you can see it, can you see it in there? Yeah. That's where it comes through, and that's dead centre. But on the keel, it doesn't look down to the. But I wanted to spray it before I knocked it in, and paint it. But maybe I need to just tape the end and get it in, because that's gonna be a real tight fit, which is perfect, exactly what I wanted, a tight fit. And I'm sure once I knock it in, but once I knock it in, I think I'll have a real hard time knocking it back out again. All right, I've got a bit of an issue. Yes, I've got a bit of an issue. Look at this. Yes, that is. Doesn't look a bit straight, does it? No, this is meant to be as straight as a die. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, and I've got to get it out. So I've got to get myself some mole grips, and obviously I'll put that around the mole grip so I can gently fizz it out. And then I'm going to use a Stanley knife or a blade. Yes, one of them things. And a Dremel. I'm going to give that a go and see what it's all about. Oh yes, yes, he did it, yes. With a bit of carnage and a bit of zzz and a bit I have made it straight. Yes, look at this. Oh, beautiful. Now, in fact, it was just inside that I found out in the end. It was just inside that that was stopping it. It was almost bending it, which I can't understand because I went straight as a die. But obviously, I didn't go that straight. Now, I have seen other pictures and other people are doing this, and there is no fin. There is a word, and I do apologise. I think it's called a fin. It's a fin. I don't know. The bottom of the boat. I did do something the other day, and it showed me everything that was on there. But anyway, that fin, someone's chopped it off and not used it at all. So obviously they had my sort of problems, or they broke it or something. So, but I got it straight, and presumably I can use some epoxy, and that should be watertight, and everything else. And then I'll coat it and spray it and everything else. So let's see what else I can get on with. Oh my golly gosh, what what a nightmare! Now, as you just said, I said let's see what else we can build, and I thought I'd put the propeller shaft. Well, the propeller on the shaft, the prop, should I say. There is the prop. There we go. And there she goes. She goes spinning around. In fact, I can do it from, probably can do it from inside. No, I can't. Anyway, now when I did push it in, I found, if I pull this out, I found that it didn't feel like it should do. Didn't feel really kind of soft. Not soft, what's the word I'm looking at? Easy to propeller, and if that makes any sense. And I found that even in this, I mean, first of all, this needed a bit more shimming down on that edge there, and then if you look inside it, also when you put it in, I mean, let's see if I can do it now because it still needs a bit more. But I thought to start video, so if I push it in, it's fine, but then it kind of just there. Can you hear that? And then it goes loose again, and that to me just feels like it's got a bit more to do. So I've got a lot of messing about to do to get it right, which means I'm going to make the hole even bigger. So maybe where I was trying to do an 8mm, which was the shaft was 8mm, my tolerance was too tight. I tried to get that perfect fit, but failed epically. But that's all right. I'm going to mess about now. What I am concerned about is that I've been reading a few bits and pieces, so I'm asking another favour from all you lovely people, if you're still watching, of course, is what should I be using? Should I be using epoxy? Is epoxy, I presume, is waterproof, but what I need is something that's going to be tight in there, because now I've got a bit of a hole. I will need to, I will put epoxy in there, cover that hole, and then obviously that's going to go in and keep it tight. I might have to put some wire brush on here to help it stay there. But last thing I want is water to start leaking in. Now there's other bits and pieces. I have got random glues. I mean, I was even looking at this. I was even looking at my Fusion, which I don't think is right. Even though, if you look on there, if you look on here, can you see that? Let's see if I get that in focus. It'd be even better for you. There you go. That's a propeller shaft. Now, but it does say plastic or GRP, metal to plastic or GRP. GRP is basically plastic. I can't remember what. Yeah, GRP is a certain type of plastic, should I say? So I thought, well, even though it says on there extreme strength to hard plastic, GRP, wood and metal, so would that be a good solid waterproof base or not? So I'm kind of stuck, because I really want to put the propeller shaft in and put the I've got a little on the. This is the rudder, which is an absolutely beautiful piece of brass. There's the rudder. And in the and then I've got like this. I've already made the hole, so if you can see that, it's got a little screw and then a little rubber on the end. I want to get that in there before I start spraying, because I want to seal up as much as I can. And obviously I don't want to leave this brass. You know, it needs to be coloured black, or the same as the hull. So I'm kind of stuck. I almost feel like I've wasted today, really. It's annoyed me, but it was something that I wanted to get started on, because the boat was just sitting there. And as you know from previous, I'm still covering my Balsa plane, my first covering. In fact, here, if you want to see, here is a little live show, just up here somewhere, that you can click on to go and see how I did my first ever covering of a plane live as well. But lots of lovely people joined the live show and helped me. So there you go, fantastic. So yeah, so if you know of a good gunk that can be moulded nicely, maybe sanded as well, so that can fit in there. If you can see that, look in there, there's small bits and pieces you see. Then let us know. I can now understand why the kill, why people have got rid of this kill, because it's such a pain to get in. I mean, you saw the drill bit. I mean, the drill bit is huge to get in there, and yeah, pretty disappointed actually. It's probably me. It's nothing to do with the plan. Well, I mean, the plane, I mean, you can see that. Let me show you the picture. There's the picture of the prop shaft. So even that doesn't look like it's had a good time going in, does it? You can see the odd bits of timber here and there where it's trying to get in, but I'm going to have a play. Obviously, maybe this is an auger, so maybe the auger wasn't the right bit to use. I don't know. It does go in, but it's slightly, I mean, on this, and I'm rattling on, but you need to know, if you're like me and a newbie, if I put a slight bit of pressure on that, it's because it's brass, it's very bendable. Bendable, is that even a word? So it needs to be free like that. And when I put it in, it's still not, even though it's good. I mean, let's have a quick shot. Come on, let's do that. Well, it's still, I was hoping that it'd spin round and round and round. Epic fail once again. Let's try it on here. Mind you, it's not too bad, but I think it was worse. But where I've been going at it with my with the file, I've been going in there with the file. It's helped a lot. So I'll probably need a bit more filing. But that, like I say, it's going to leave me a bit of a gap in there, and I want to pump it with something. So all the people with all the know out there, let us know, and I will get some, and that's what I'll get this done and get it ready, and then I can get it sprayed. I'm just going to give it some undercoat, so obviously with some bit of Rust-Oleum surface primer, which is great because it also feels a bit before I go, and then I can start building the rest of the top. So people like Tunny, hold tight, because I know you wanted to see the boat. Yeah, and as for the Sinbad, the covering, I'm still covering, as I'm doing indoors covering bits and pieces, because it's a lot of fiddly bits and pieces to do. And I didn't want to bore you with that video. So sorry, this has not been the video of really interest, but if you are building a boat, especially this fantastic boat, which is the RAF Crash Tender, then at least you can see the issues that I've come up against, and then at least you can attack it a different way or see how I got through it. But anyway, if you're getting out this weekend, I mean, the UK is very, very windy still. 40-mile-an-hour winds going on around here. That is just too much for fly. But I'm holding my time. I'm going to get out, and when I get out, I'm going to go out. Oh yes, I'm getting out. But anyway, if you could get out wherever you are in the world, whether you're doing RC planes, cars, trucks, tanks, you name it, get out there and have some fun. But if you do, be safe, keep safe, but just keep that smile on this lovely hobby, and keep bringing these young people into our hobby so it goes on forever and ever. Listen, thanks for putting up with my disaster video. Well, it's not so much a disaster, it's just a... But hey, it's all good fun. Listen, thanks for popping by, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.